it's a great feeling knowing that, you know, someone's pitching and they kind of get a line drive or whatever, but you're always there. You have their back, and then just catching the ball, just letting them know, hey, you know, they got you, but it's not going to go any further than just a regular hit.
Well, if it goes any further, it's going to be a home run, and that's the pitcher's fault.
Right.
And that's Ford's fault. Because Ford, you called the wrong pitch.
And if you would tell me your signals, I would know what to tell you.
And then the lefty Jeff throws the wrong pitch.
Well, that's always. I had every pitch. But
and then Jose can't do anything. First base Evan, he has to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, that's great. Now, for yourself, what's your biggest challenge? I mean, you know, with school and sports, what's your biggest challenge?
Just like my teammate Evan said, it's kind of just all mental. Mm-hmm. It's kind of just like your will to like just give up, you know, sacrifice sleep, sacrifice maybe sometimes food, sacrifice time with your family, just to be successful in all aspects of your life.
Absolutely. Now you brought up something, food.
The key to that is balance, my man. I will tell you that, just so you know.
But he brought up something important, though, with food, though.
Yeah.
Food.
Because you're hungry.
Well, no, because you talk about with young athletes that are growing, and it's an important topic that just hit the NCAA with D1. You know, they're going to allow unlimited meals and snacks. And I'm sure you guys are eating quite a bit. Every time you get a chance, you're hitting the refrigerator, you're hitting whatever. Yeah. Wherever the snacks are, you guys are. Food, all of that. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's important for college students to allow them to, athletes on top of that, not just the students but the athlete, to have unlimited food? Because I can speak for, you know, a lot of colleges, they have that 3 meal set, and then that's all. They may have one snack. But to be able to allow yourself to eat, because your metabolism's running, you may have worked, had a hard practice, and you can get hungry late. But do you think that will be beneficial for the athletes going towards the future for colleges in general?
I personally think that, you know, food is a great aspect in your life. You know, if you don't eat, you're gonna die. But
this just in. This just happened. I just heard this. Hold on. Wait, did you just say that?
Yeah.
Hey, Dakari.
There's no other way.
You and I ain't dying anytime soon,
no,
right?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I got fuel for a few days.
But I mean, food is a really true aspect. But like I said, with the whole passion idea of following your passion, you know, if you really want to follow that passion and go forward with it, you know, eventually to MLB and so forth, you have to give up, you know, some of these things. Maybe you're not going to have enough time, you know, eating due to the fact that you're over here just, you know, working hard and just following your dreams.
Well, think about practice time. You have 2-3 hours of practice time every day as a baseball player through the fall and through the spring. Then you've got classes. You may have 15 hours a week of classes. You know, 3-4 hours a day. 5 hours a day, whatever. Then you've got time for yourself to eat. You have also social life, and then you have campus life.
Right.
Now, campus life, I'm just talking about having a place to live, this is just using the scenario that I had for myself. We had dorms. The athletes stayed in one dorm, whether it be football, basketball, baseball, whatever. We all stayed in the same dormitory. It was great, but ultimately, it's about balance. The issue for me is with this, Dakari, about the food thing, and I swear to you, who's going to be the first one to abuse it?
You.
Right, because I have eligibility. No, but the deal is let's say
the bigger schools with the bigger money.
Yeah, but we get a kid who's our star shortstop. Let's say at University of Texas.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's 2 a.m, and they've been out doing whatever.
Yeah. He
brings them back, says, "Food's on me. It's on my account. Everybody gets quote unquote snacks."
Right.
You get 10 or 12 or 15 people. That's abuse.
Why?
Because it's for him. It's not for everybody else. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I'm lost.
Okay. If our shortstop brings home 10 or 15 people after a night out, and then he gets this...
Who are these people?
These are
teammates?
These
You're talking about teammates.
Teammates is different now. I'm talking about quote-unquote...
Why are you hating on the party, Jeff?
Hey, dude,
why are you trying to stop the party?
You know better. Who are you talking to?
No, you know what? I completely understand you with the abuse process.
That's where I'm talking about the slippery slope.
Well, true. I mean, but
somebody's going to find a way to abuse it and have a loophole in it. That's the problem.
Absolutely. But it's food. So, I mean, I understand it can be, but it's better than...
There's a monetary value to it, and then that comes back
but that's better than... But it's better than the money part.
I agree.
It's a little bit better.
Hey, dude, I agree with you.
But I know I understand what you're saying, though.
I hope.
Because if you can,
it is English.
I'll tell you this:
Swahili.
if I can have a party that has steaks and lobsters, and you had a party with Pop-Tarts, your party would be empty.
Yeah, but my party would also be at 8 a.m. Yours would be at 2 a.m. Pop-Tarts to go to class.
Well,
come on, man, it's too easy. Give me hot dogs and spinach and versus steak and lobster. Then I'm crazy.
Even
that
that
analogy, probably
right
as usual.
That's Jeff. No, but you guys as young men, and I want you to understand something. And I don't hear a lot of saying, "Well, I want to go to MLB," and I know that's everybody's dream. But I want you to understand something in this process of sports and with you guys going on to get your degrees and looking to give back. Pro sports has a bigger entity behind it that runs it. So your passion for the game and your love for the game can still move on. You might not be a player in the game, but you can be a player that makes this game continue to run. And I think a lot of kids need to understand that. Yes, everybody can't be that star athlete. It's just that's just not it.
There's
but
a few of us
on
one hand, right?
Right.
Yeah, a few of us.
A few of us. But for yourselves, you guys can be something inside of those fields that you love. You can go into the Major League Baseball field, by going to school, getting your degree, and working in that field.
Hell, you guys get on the team.
Yeah, there's so much more to yourself. Yeah. So you guys can, do that. Carry on your dream to that, because if you love the sport, get involved with it. Get involved with it more than just playing. Get involved with the, making it come to life for people. Just like what Bill's doing. He's bringing this back to life with just sports in general. For like ourselves here at City Prep Radio, we're doing this for the prep sports here in the city. But you guys love baseball, man. You might not be the guy on the field, but you can be an agent. You can be, you can be an agent. You can be a
personal trainer.
Personal trainer. You can be a coach. You can, those things that allow you to still, give back to that sport, grow that sport, be a part of that, that positive effect. And, I just want to encourage you in that, because it may end for your playing time, but, man, you can set up a lifetime of being involved in it still. It make excellent money in the MLB. I mean, so it's out there. I want to encourage you guys to keep doing that, keep participating in that. Yeah, and I truly appreciate you guys, for coming in here. I know Field of Stands is going to be a success because I'm going to be there. I should be in town, but regardless, we're going to have our photographers there. We want to see that because it's important to have people cheering you on. I think that just brings the game to life. Yeah. You see it on TV all the time. You see this, and you're just like, dang! 50 people can make a difference in a game. I don't know what people think, but in baseball, if you have that crowd chanting and cheering, your pitcher's in a different mojo. His mind is flowing, and that batter, it gets a little rattled up. So it helps. You know what I mean? So we're definitely going to do everything we can to help with Field of Stands and help with you guys at West and just in general sharing you guys' athletic experience for all of the schools. I know, Evan, this is it for you, but, we're here. Whatever your stories are, we'll keep you connected, man. I think you did a great job. The school owes you, but just saying thank you because you're going to be an alumni now. We look forward to keeping up with what you do in the future, man. I know senior year is just that surreal moment for yourself. You know what I mean? Like you said, you're thinking back to a lot of things, and we were all there at some point in time, but, stay encouraged with that. You left a legacy, and like you said, you're going to be the first team that Field of Stands, is actually coming to life with. So you have something to stand on as you move forward in whatever you do. For you being the senior, I'm going to let you kind of lead off with, end it for everybody. But, Jeff, is there any questions that you have for them before they, bat up out of here?
I guess I asked who your favorite player was and those kinds of things, but what are the attributes that baseball has taught you?
There's a lot of attributes. Probably the biggest one that I kind of use almost on a daily basis is sort of having a short-term memory, and what I mean by that is, like you said, we're going to fail about 70% of the time.
Right.
That failure is going to happen, but you just got to move on, learn from it, try your best to not, repeat the same mistakes, and just grow from it. That's probably the biggest aspect that I use on almost a daily basis.
And that same thing is used in every sport. Right. You have to have that mind to forget. You hold on to those plays or those mistakes, and man, it starts to ball up into a big snowball and pile up, and next thing you know, you're trying to correct everything and change everything. And that's a great thing to have, just even in life going forward, because you're going to make a mistake, but you got to have the mind state to reset, start over, and move past that, through everything.
Yeah, do you speak Chinese?
Almost. 7 years of it.
Almost.
Almost. It's a hard language to learn.
Yeah. I haven't been to China yet, but
you gonna go?
I'd like to someday. Yeah.
You can play ball over there. They play baseball over there. Yeah.
Taiwan, I think.
Yeah. You can go to Korea. You can go to Japan. Japan's got great baseball players.
Yeah.
So 7 years, and you're able to speak
a little
Chinese. A little bit. So give us something. Come on. This is going to get you a major date.
Something clean, something that's appropriate for over the air.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, right.
谢谢再见 for having us.
I know what that means. I know what that means. You know what that
Thank you.
means? He said that struck me out on a curveball.
Ooh.
I think. Isn't that right?
No, it means
All right.
thanks for having us.
Well, I thought it was a curveball.
You know how I knew that?
No.
Because Bill said it, and then
did he?
But now I know it. Xixing.
谢谢再见 just thank you.
Xixi Zaitian.
Yeah, just thank you, goodbye.
Xixi Zaitian to
Yes.
Jeff.
Yeah, you need to leave.
Well,
No, that's what you say to the ball when you hit it. Chi down the end.
bye-bye.
Hello, goodbye.
That's it. Well,
Get off me, ball.
I would like to thank all of you for coming in. I mean, definitely thank you, Bill, for coming back. As we ask you to go share out on cityprepradio.com. We're on Facebook. We'll have pictures of you guys up. We actually had a photographer at your game yesterday, so those photos should be going up. I wish you good luck in everything that you do. Follow us on Facebook, and we'll be sending information out for you guys and highlighting you guys, and whatever you see out there, let us know. Always fill us in, because we want to know how to highlight, preps even more, but to connect with you guys. And we really appreciate you coming in with Bill and allowing us to interview you. We hope this has been a lovely experience for you, as being a,
Other than
baseball
being with
players.
Bakari.
Yes.
That was probably the worst
That's
part.
it, But I hope that's helped you guys out, in this, athletic, endeavor that you're in. So we appreciate you guys taking this time out on Saturday, so.
Bakari,
thanks so much for
This
your
is
time.
this is exactly what this whole initiative is about,
Absolutely.
right? I knew Ford before we started to fill the stands, but there were 13 other kids on their team that
Right.
through this fill the stands initiative, I got to know Evan. We're friends on Facebook now,
Right.
and Jose, and
Right.
a lot of the other kids on the team. And you
Absolutely.
hear about these stories, like I knew that Evan spoke Chinese, and I knew he was going to get mad at me for asking him to say something. But Ford's hearing loss, Jose being the valedictorian of his class. There
Absolutely.
are
Excellent.
13 other stories just like that out on the field.
Absolutely.
And if people attend
May 6th.
May 6th, you'll get a player bio on every single one of these kids
Absolutely.
with that kind of stuff.
And what we're going to do at City Prep, starting out, probably we'll get a few days going, we'll start sending out the bios of the kids for the field of stands from our site.
Now I
so
got to
people
finish
can.
the rest of it.
You do, see? I just put. So what we do now is we'll just start building up and getting everybody's bio out there, so people can see who the field stands in, and just for you guys and all of us together and supporting that, because it's not only baseball that's going to benefit every sport. This is going to start going into all the sports around here, and I know for a fact, just with you guys being that test pilot, because you're the first ones. We got to thank you guys for that, but, the experience and everything is going to open up, and just to see the growth of people wanting to get out there and participate. I love watching it. Like I said, it's the last pure form of sports before it really gets real business about it. So, Bill, that's great. I mean, you've had a great athletic career. We talked about that. You playing up at an Air Force Academy, so you understand, the energy that comes from the crowds and the fans, and that comes behind being an athlete. And I think that's what's really driving your passion to this. And you really, we talk all the time off the phone, but that drive is there. You're constantly networking, pushing yourself. So I want to take my hat off to you, man, because that takes a lot. It's a lot into it. The process is more than what people think.
The biggest reward will be if we pack that place on May 6th.
Absolutely.
And Weld Central gets off the bus, and hopefully, I don't want to offend anybody from Weld. But
No,
Denver West
I don't like them
Denver
anyway.
West is the host team. Coach JJ talked about this the other day to the team after they played North. Weld gets off the bus, and there's not only 100 people, but
Right.
500 people.
Right.
sitting in that stadium.
Absolutely.
Did you guys beat North?
with a nice crowd.
No?
Close though.
Close game?
Yeah,
It was
Good.
tight, yeah.
Good.
It was a close one, but that would be the biggest reward that I
Absolutely.
can get out of this. So
Well,
these
hey,
guys are worth it. You know, a lot of them, the feeder schools going into Denver West,